which I have right here. This little dock thing. It is a USB, but like I said, even if this is not plugged into the system, even if I have it plugged into a separate like power brick, as long as that system is on rest mode, it'll still charge it, which is really awesome. I really like that it does that. I was kind of worried that it wouldn't, but it does. If it's up all the way, as you can see, it won't charge, and then you set it on there and you click it down and it will charge, and then you'll see it glowing and everything like normal. Which is pretty cool. I do like that it glows, but it is really bright at nighttime, so when I'm trying to sleep I do have to unplug it or something, but it sits just like this, and yeah, I kind of like it. I'm really happy that I finally got one of these. I was really hesitant on it at first, but it does work pretty well if you guys want one of these. I actually got this at Best Buy. That's just an option. You don't have to charge it that way. Obviously you can plug it directly into the system with the cord that it comes with. So there we have it for the controllers. Not a whole lot, like I said. They charge the same, they work the same, just a little bit different colors as far as how they changed the look of the blacks and the grays and stuff. Alright guys, so now moving on to the consoles themselves. As you can see, this is the slim one. You can somewhat see the other one right next to it. It's a little bit taller. It's really nice. I do like the newer model personally. It's a lot better in my opinion. It also doesn't have the line of the light going across the top, which I'll show you guys on the older one in just a minute. The slim one is still nice. It has the Sony logo here, the PS4 logo. Obviously we got 2 USB ports. This is my Bluetooth headset for the system, which is the Sony Gold wireless headset. That's what I use. Probably going to be upgrading that soon though. As you can see, it does have 2 USB ports. Obviously when I plug that in, as you can notice, it does kind of bump the plastic a little bit, but you just got to be careful with it. Usually I don't have a problem with it because I'm not taking it out. I just leave it in there at all times. They're spaced out a little bit though. On the old one they're not. This one, the disc tray, it's like your normal disc tray, and then you have the eject button, a smaller round button, and then more of a longer oval shape for the power button, and it does kind of light up with a little line on it whenever it's turned on or in rest mode. It's either blue or yellow depending on how you have it set. Now if we go ahead and move on over to the older one, you can see it has the USB ports, but they're closer in the center, sort of. I'm not sure why they did that, but they did. Not a big deal, I guess. It's just a little different. The buttons are here on the front, kind of like the little lines. We have the power button on the top, and the eject button for the disc on the bottom. And again, the disc tray under here, it's the same. They're really not any different. And then obviously we still have the Sony logo and the PS4 logo right here. There are some little like vent things. I don't know how well you guys can see them. They do end up with like a little bit of dirt in them, so I do have to constantly like use like an air duster to get some of the dust out from around the edges. Okay, now if we flip the systems around, you guys can see the back of them here just a little bit on both ends. I'll get closer in just a minute, but they're very similar. The only difference really between the two is how to access the hard drive on these. I do believe this little piece back here, you can see that looks like a door sort of. This comes off. I'm pretty sure that's how you get to the hard drive on the newer one, whereas this one's a little bit different, which I'll get to in just a moment. I do believe it's like the top panel piece up here, which you guys can't really see, but again, I'll get to it in a minute. On this one, they have the power at the top. They have all the same ports on the bottom, except for optical. It does not have optical on the slim model. Why? I don't know. I never used it. It's not a big deal for me, but they just don't. This port is for the PlayStation 4 camera, if you actually buy the PlayStation camera, HDMI, and then obviously the Ethernet port. And then, like I said, you have the little door for the hard drive. And then on the older one, like I said, it is a little different. They have the power on the bottom, the rest of the ports on the top, but this one still has the optical audio. Again, I'm not sure why they dropped it, but they did. Let me know if any of you guys actually ever used that. I've never used that. I think even some of the other consoles I've had have had that, and I've never used it. I don't know why I just didn't, but if you guys did, let me know. Just interested. Alright guys, so I flipped the old one around just to kind of give you a better glimpse of the top of it a little bit. You can see on the older one, I still have it on the back side. It does have the logo, the PlayStation logo in the center of the console. This one has it. It's way back here at the back. It might be hard for you guys to see it. You can kind of see it there. It still has a logo, it's just not in the middle. This is actually the plate you take off to access the hard drive on the older model. This one, like I mentioned, is right here on the back, and it kind of loops around just a little bit to right about here. And I'm assuming this piece just kind of pops off, sort of like this one. It does pop off, you just have to be careful with it, because on the front it feels like it's going to break. At least whenever I had to clean the system out, that's what it felt like, it was going to break. But as long as you're careful, it should snap on and off just fine. And then again, on this one, the older one, you have the bright LED that lights up when the system's on, rest mode or whatever. Obviously, when it's off, it's not going to show anything. Those are the main two things between the consoles. Now, a lot of people have asked me, is it quieter? Is the new one quieter than the older one? Vice versa, and things like that. And I will say, the newer one is quieter. If you want something that is quieter, go ahead and go with this one. It's really nice. I like it. I like the style of this one as well. The rounded edges on this one, I don't know, they just look a lot nicer, in my opinion. That's just me. They're the same like finish on top and bottom. You can see it's nothing different. I know the older model, the first model PS4 that came out, had like this gloss all over it. But like I said, I would go ahead and go with the slim model if you can get it. Go ahead and get it. First of all, it has a bigger hard drive in it. It's got a 1 terabyte. This has a 500. And the games do take up a lot of space because they kind of install them on the console. So I'd highly recommend getting the terabyte version if you can, no matter what, just for the extra space. Obviously, if you want to, you can upgrade that hard drive yourself in the system, or you can get an external, because these do now support external, which I'm sure most of you probably know that by now, because I've heard it from everybody. So now, let's go ahead. I'm going to set both of these consoles up to the monitor you can kind of see right here behind. And I'm going to turn them on and let you guys see how quick they actually boot up. Now, I can't do them at the same time because I've only got one monitor, but at least you guys will get an idea. This one, however, is going to boot into like as if you're booting it up for the first time to set it up. This one's going to boot and it's going to boot up right to my main menu of my PlayStation. So I'm going to get this set up and you guys will check it out. Okay guys, I have the first one. This is the slim one set up. I'm going to boot this one up. I'm going to push the button. It's on the console, just so you guys have a better idea. I'll do the same thing with the older one as well. I'm going to push the button right on the console. Now, like I said, this one is going to boot up, and it's going to go straight to like the main screen, your PS4 screen when you normally turn it on. It's going to have all your icons and your games and stuff like that. The other one won't, but you guys will see that in just a moment. So we're going to go ahead and turn this one on and show you guys what it does. And the monitor is set to where it automatically comes on when I turn something on. That's why you see the yellow light or orange light, whatever it looks like on camera. But that's just how I have it set. I don't actually ever turn it off. It just kind of goes into rest mode. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. The blue light is blinking on this for my headset. It blinks when I turn it on, and then after a while it stops. Unless I'm actually connecting the headset, and then it'll keep blinking until it's fully connected, and then usually it stays. I don't know if you guys could hear it or not, but when this one booted up, it's a little bit louder. I don't know if they're the same, or if it just depends on, because I've already got stuff installed on here. If it does that, I don't know, but it does make a little bit more noise, but honestly, guys, it doesn't bother me at all. Okay, so now that it's on, we're going to also turn it off just to kind of show you guys. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. And on the second beep, you can let off the button, and it should power down on its own. Okay, everybody, so I have the older one set up now. So here we go. Let's go ahead and turn this one on. You heard that loud beep there. And you see the bright blue light that goes down the center of it. And there you have it. We're going to wait until it actually gets to, like, the setup screen, though, where you actually have to start, you know, pushing buttons and things like that. Which, obviously, I'm not going to do because eventually I will be getting rid of this. Okay, and you can let off these no matter what. And 3, I don't know, it's just a better one overall.